In this video, we are going to talk all about vaccines. Our goals for this video are to answer questions such as, what are vaccines, how do they work, and why are they important? We will also debunk a popular myth and do an activity. What are vaccines? Vaccines are products that provide protection from a disease and can be introduced into the body via injection, mouth, or spray. But how are they able to do this? Before we get into details, we need to know a little bit about our immune system. The body's immune system is made up of different types of cells that are responsible for fighting off infections, whether caused by a virus or bacteria. In the process of fighting off an infection, some of these immune cells gain memory of the virus or bacterium that caused the infection so that in the event that the infection recurs, the immune system can eliminate the threat much faster. Vaccines contain a weakened or dead form of the virus or bacterium that they are trying to provide protection from. Because the viruses or bacteria introduced into the body are weak or dead, they do not cause disease, but they do activate the immune system as they are still recognized as foreign. Through this process, the body gains memory of the infectious agent without having to actually experience the disease. It's quite common to experience a mild fever during an immune response, so this is a possible side effect an individual will experience when a vaccine is going into effect. So why is this topic important? With sufficient number of vaccinated individuals, vaccines do not only protect an individual, they can protect an entire community from an outbreak. When many individuals are vaccinated, they make it harder for an infectious disease to spread in a community, and as a result, they protect those who are not able to be vaccinated from catching the disease. This is called herd immunity. Myths about vaccines have become quite popular in the US, so it is important to become educated on the topic and spread the knowledge. Let's debunk the most popular myth: vaccines cause autism. This idea originated from a study published in 1997 by a British surgeon. The study was highly criticized by scholars for its procedural errors, ethical violations, and financial conflict of interest. The British surgeon ended up losing his medical license. Following the publication, many other studies were conducted with the purpose of determining if indeed there was a link between autism and vaccines. None of these studies found a link between autism and vaccines. Recent studies have shown that autism develops much earlier than the administration of vaccines. Okay, it is now time for the activity. You will need a bag of M&Ms, a plate, and a small bag. I suggest washing your hands prior to the activity so that you can eat the M&Ms afterwards. Through this activity, you will test the power of herd immunity by testing how an infectious disease spreads in two different populations. The first population will start with 1 red M&M, 2 green, and 17 brown. The second population will start with 1 red M&M, 9 green, and 10 brown. The red M&Ms represent infected individuals. The green M&Ms represent individuals that are not vaccinated, and the brown M&Ms represent vaccinated individuals. Knowing this, we can expect to see the power of herd immunity in population 1. Now let's see how the activity is carried out.
So this is a simulation of what you would do to run a test on both populations. Here we have, as an example, population 2. So we're putting 1 red M&M inside the bag. Here I'm using the M&M bag. The brown M&Ms, all 10 of them. And then 9 green M&Ms. Now you take the bag and you let the M&Ms fall. So here we have 2 green M&Ms right next to the red. So we're going to set these aside because now they have become infected as they were not vaccinated. And we will replace them with 2 red M&Ms because they are now infected. So you will put these M&Ms back in the bag to shake it again. You will repeat this process 4 more times for this one population. And you will do the same for population 1. You can do this activity in teams. So one person does one population, the other person does the other population, and you will compare how many infected individuals you have at the end of the activity, and see the power of herd immunity.
The reason why I believe this topic is appropriate for middle schoolers is because during their middle school years, students start to explore ideas that may not coincide with their family's cultural beliefs, and they begin to establish their own beliefs. Recently, there has been a lot of controversy brought to the topic of vaccines, so it is essential to educate students to prevent significant decrease in vaccination rates. This topic is important to environmental/occupational health because when vaccination rates start to decrease, the power of herd immunity also decreases, and this will lead to a population more susceptible to the infectious diseases that they may be exposed to in their environment and/or occupation. And this concludes my video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.